You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
I'm the man, and the man feels no pressure. I am the man that everyone fears.
You are now entering the vicious circle.
You are facing a fuel-injected suicide machine!
I'm the man. When I walk, the ground shakes. I am the master. I am the ruler of the world. They have been waiting below the surface. Shake the earth underneath the giants. Shake the earth underneath the giants.
Welcome to the Vicious Circle. Sid, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Rob. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I had a nice, relaxing day. How about you?
I had a good day too. Started off with a little workout here at the house, and then I marinated a bunch of chicken instead of the turkey stuff to take a friend of mine on a turkey Thanksgiving dinner today because all her family's out of town and she's so far away. And I'm glad I did because it really made her day today. It made my day that made her day. So
Nice.
but I did some chicken. You saw what I had today: some mashed potatoes, some macaroni and cheese, and
Yeah.
spinach casserole. I did some spinach, sauteed some spinach and poached egg on top of it, with a little cheese on top of that. Stir fried little. I think the spinach had some applewood bacon and some purple onion.
Shall we compare meals right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what you had. And see what I had. Oh, there it is.
Yes. That egg down there. Like I said, I thought there was onion and some green in it.
Right.
That what you made sounds amazing.
It was awesome, man.
And that's homemade mac and cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, homemade.
Yes. See, that doesn't compare. Well, I guess it
What did you have?
I had pizza.
Oh man, pizza.
That was my Thanksgiving meal. Now, the pizza they make is amazing, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's Thanksgiving meal amazing.
You know, I sent you a picture of that pizza I had. You know, once I had that couple of pieces, I didn't want any more of it. I really didn't. It was weird.
No, that's what I'm in right now, except I still have I think 4 more pieces upstairs in the fridge.
Well, same thing to me. Since I started my diet back last week, I noticed I made some of that blueberry cornbread. I had a piece. I sent a couple pieces to my friend, and I don't know. I'm glad I'm not missing it. Regain the want for it again, you know. So, forward to that piece of, cornbread.
Hang on, we might be having a problem with Sid's connection.
Oh.
Can you hear us okay?
I hear you.
What I might get you to do at the bottom, Sid, is hit leave studio and then come back in.
Hit leave studio.
Yeah, I think there might be just something with the connection. If you hit leave studio and then just come back in like normal. Because it was sounding good. Now it's all digital. There we go. I'll just wait for Sid to come right back in. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there too. Now, I was telling Sid it's not our Thanksgiving technically. I'm in Canada. Ours was in October. But working for an American company, I had today off. So I celebrated Thanksgiving with you guys just as much. And did have a nice, relaxing day. Even invented a card game, believe it or not. So been a bit busy. Oh, there we go. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Kyle. Yeah, there's a lot of happy Thanksgiving on here, and I'm going to wait till we have Sid back on so I make sure he sees them all. There he is. That's better.
You know what's going on, Rob? I'm going to bet you this simple. I noticed tonight when I was trying to turned the channel. I was watching some TV earlier that it was having a slow time connecting to things. And it said in the corner up here, it says, just having a problem connecting, move closer to your server.
Oh,
It must be everybody's home using their service,
exactly.
Wow, I just fell in a rabbit hole.
Right?
Right, man, on Thanksgiving.
Let's see.
Wow.
I'm going to get some of these up real quick because everybody's saying happy Thanksgiving. There's Dean saying good evening.
Hey, Dean.
And Ricky said big Sid.
Hey,
Now-
Ricky.
Now we get into Tommy saying happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, Tommy.
Jeremy saying happy Thanksgiving. There's a lot of Thanksgiving on here.
All right.
Everybody is excited for Thanksgiving. There's Clement. And then Kyle, happy Thanksgiving, buddy, from your buddy Kyle in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
All right.
Who else here? Steve said happy Thanksgiving, Sid.
Hey, Steve.
And Val, too. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, Val.
Now, here's what Jeremy had. Says, I'm having so much fun today on Thanksgiving, but I will be having leftovers tomorrow. Oh, wait, that wasn't. Where did I see him? There it is. I ate some turkey, mashed potatoes with gravy, some stuffing, and some ham.
Way to go, man.
That's a good.
That was really good.
Yes.
No,
Go ahead.
not to cut you off. I was going to do the ham and all that. Again, it is different. We'll stop for a second. Go into this. This is what it is. It's different, guys. Where I wanted to go get the ham and do all that stuff like that. But what is I start putting all these things together? And I don't know that much about cooking. It looks like I do. That plate of food looks like I don't know anything about cooking. But no, it's tough doing all these things together. So to make stuffing and dressing and ham and turkey, and that lady I was cooking for, and nobody I know really cares about turkey. So I just did something like that. I was going to go get the ham at Honey Bake just to do that, but it just wasn't worth it. All the time involved for that. Where I noticed everything was different, guys, today. Going up to, let's hear to take that plate of food to that lady. I know here in my neighborhood there was very few people here. That had people over. People were outside for the most part. That was really strange to see. The people were actually listening to the people. Listen to some. The CDC guidelines. But most people are doing like that. So then I got a phone call from someone this morning. Her father's now got COVID-19. He's in the hospital. It's just, this is a different deal. When I handed that plate of lunch to that lady, I put her on the porch. She comes to the to the door. I've got my mask on, even though I'm still 10 feet away or so. But once she came out, I took it off. We talked a little bit apart, but we're still, it's just different. She's 87 years old. Even though I don't know if anyone knows, I got tested for COVID. I came back negative Tuesday. And that was just because this is the reason I got tested, because I put myself in a place you could contract it. And that was in the gym and shopping at Walmart, and going to church. Not going to church, but even going there to help hand out the food. And I'm always so far apart, but still, even that puts you in that category that you could have exposed yourself.
Yep. It's good to hear that people are trying to stay safe.
Right. Now, there are some upsides to this. The lady, a friend of mine, not a lady, she is a lady, but her father, who's got it in the hospital, not that I'm saying go out and get it, but it was pretty simple. He just had a little trouble breathing, pretty much what I guess they did to Trump, put through the IV on him, and good chance he'll probably get to come home. And there's, most of the cases are like that, I hope. But still, man, and that's what they're doing too. I just figured that out today talking to Sheila about her dad. So what happens is, if you come in, now, like for me, I couldn't even get into the doctor's office to get a flu shot or even get a antibiotic because I haven't been tested in a while, and I've gone into a place that I could have contracted it. So it's even different to get into the doctor's office now, right? All right. So, but for this is what's happening. So then when they get you in the hospital, you get to that point, even though you probably could have stayed at home, like this guy could have probably stayed at home, but they said, no, we're going to go ahead and put him on the IV because he's here. Because if you don't, he leaves here and dies, then we're responsible.
Yeah.
So that's why they're saying, let's do everything to mitigate the chances of going there, because even though we even a lot of these cases are good ones to come home, it's still jamming up that system for the ones that really need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna, I really believe we're gonna see hospitalizations go up like we've never seen.
Not. I really do. I really, really do.
No, it's not that it's not that we're going to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty convinced of that.
I think I just got in trouble. Dan here said, "Happy Thanksgiving, Sid and Rob. Eat turkey."
Way to go, Dan.
I didn't have turkey today. I know, right? That's so wrong. Dean Morgan said, "Good evening, Sid. Happy Thanksgiving from me and little Harry."
Hey, Dean.
And where's the other one I saw? Right here. Andy. Hey, guys. Happy Thanksgiving from Leicester, UK. Leicester is how it's pronounced. Leicester, UK. This is what I love. Everybody from around the world is chatting with us.
Chatting with us. Yeah, it's cool.
And there's Jeff Morgan. Happy Thanksgiving to the master and ruler of the world.
Happy Thanksgiving. Now, what did everybody do today? Tell us, someone, what you do today on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Tell us what you did today.
Here's Val. I sent you a picture I took of you to your messenger page that I took in the old Omni in Atlanta on April 14th, 1991.
Wow.
I'll see if I can find that.
That's what I was trying to think of. The wrestling business, we were on the road most of the time on Thanksgiving and Christmases and stuff like that. So we didn't have Thanksgiving for the most part, and we were on the road somewhere.
Well, I imagine it's just like, you don't know cities, buildings, and it's holidays.
Yeah.
The same thing. It's just another day.
Knoxville was the Christmas territory at a town. I know it was Knoxville.
Uh-oh.
Do you think she was like that?
You're breaking up a little bit again.
Fires and threat protection.
Oh, it sounds like your computer's doing something in the background too. I'll tell you what. Let's try doing that login one more time. I'm going to find that picture. Okay. I couldn't understand that. Oh, there we go. Okay. He is going to do that. I am going to look and see if I cannot find that picture that Val sent. We'll get him in as soon as he comes back. But yeah, what did everybody do today? What kind of traditions would you happen to have? There he is. And now he's back.
You know what all I'm doing, Rob? This is almost like the Flintstones of computer days. Where there's this wires, I think, a little loose, and every time because I'm stretching it out to where it's not right in my face, the screen, and this headset wire is going over here. I think it's getting a little loose because every time I touch it, these screens will black out and start doing stuff like that. It's almost like kicking your old TV back in the days.
Boom!
Yeah, exactly, man. I figured out a way to put Flintstones into the internet world.
Now we just need some tinfoil and you're good.
That's it, man. Tinfoil. Well, I got that. Believe it or not, my old stereo behind me is run off the old rabbit ear thing.
Really?
Yeah, because the station I listen to, the Weevil, is such a low frequency, it's only picked up by that.
Oh, wow.
See, it's like the many moods of Ben Vaughn out in the Relay Shack. Parts unknown.
See, most of the stuff I hear from Weevil is in the morning because I have it on when I'm working.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Craig said, I spent all week trying to find a song that would have been a great Sid walkout theme and came up with Hell Awaits from Slayer. And at the
Oh, boy.
135-minute mark would have been fantastic for you. I don't know that song.
I don't either, but we'll take your word for it, Craig.
Yeah,
Since it's Thanksgiving, we won't give you a smart ass comment about that.
will be nice.
Would be nice, man.
We'll keep Internet Sid on the leash.
Oh shit, man. You see my coat back here in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a really nice. I don't want to show. Nobody don't know who I am when I'm walking down the street.
That's your secret disguise.
That's it, man.
Here is that picture from Val.
Well, the old Main Event Gym. That's when I lived in Atlanta.
Right?
Look at those skinny arms, man. Val, what a bad picture. Thanks a lot.
Oh, Internet Sid's out. David, interesting. I'm just having jelly beans, toast, and popcorn like Charlie Brown.
You know what? Thanks for bringing that up, Dave. I am so mad at myself. I missed Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. I think it was Monday or Tuesday night on PBS. I was channel surfing like I always do. This makes me mad, but I missed it. Man, I was so mad. Did anyone see that? Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving?
I didn't.
I saw the movie I always like to watch. And if anyone wants to tell us what their favorite Christmas movie is, we'll talk about it. But one of mine is, and I don't think it was meant to be a Christmas movie. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. I like that old movie.
That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Val says, no, I love that picture.
Oh, I was just joking, Val.
Craig came back and said, we don't have Thanksgiving here. Well, where's here, Craig? Where are you? I'd be curious to know.
Rob didn't have Thanksgiving either. When was your Thanksgiving, Rob?
Mid-ish October somewhere.
Yeah, see?
So, Nathan here said, I had to get the corona test yesterday. Having them things shoved up your nose is horrible. I don't know.
It is. And this is, I think I talked about, this was the bad thing was me and 4 or 5 people out there. One girl comes out of the office and she's just in tears. I think I talked about it. I said, ma'am, are you okay? I didn't want to just not say something, So I said, but she didn't say anything back. So I was like,
Jeremy's got one here. Hey, Sid, I was a little disappointed when they didn't put you in WWE 2K20 or WWE 2K Battlegrounds, but I will be praying and crossing my fingers they do put you in a WWE 2K22 next year. Hope to see you again in video games, my friend.
Thank you very much.
But it's interesting, though. If you look, I bet you every single one of your moves is actually in there, and you can create a Sid character.
Probably so.
I've seen that in the backgrounds. They load up all the people that they don't even have in the game, and you can create them. I used to do that when I had the wrestling games.
Okay.
There was a lot like that. Nathan says his favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Wow. Die Hard. Now, Rob, is that a Christmas movie?
It's people have been saying it is because it's a Christmas party at the Nakatomi building.
Huh.
Yep.
That's really puts me in my heels just a little bit.
See, one of the ones I consider a Christmas movie is Lethal Weapon.
I'm not into those movies, Lethal Weapon. I like this is Mel Gibson or is it Mel Gibson?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon is Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Right.
And Die Hard is Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. See, I like some of their films, but not all of them. I like the one, what was it? Pulp Fiction he was in.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
That was a good one.
Not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie. Now, I told these 2 kids, these 2 little girls one time, they're watching this movie called The Jerk with Steve Martin.
Oh, yes.
And they thought it was funny, right? But they didn't, I said, y'all know that this is a Christmas movie. And they got so surprised, but they think 2 people think that is a Christmas movie.
Oh, man. Oh, wait. I see Cheryl. I'm dropping stuff. Cheryl's answer here. A Christmas Story is one of my favorite holiday movies.
Yeah, it is.
That one is good. Oh, and here we go. Craig said he's from Australia and his favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone. That is a
Yeah.
good one.
It
That a
is.
good one.
The first one was really good. When you watch something, even for me, I'm not a big fan of movies like that. But that was the first time I watched it. That was pretty fun to watch.
Jeremy here says, my favorite part of Thanksgiving besides the food are the football games because it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without football.
Well, there we go. COVID-19 took one of your games today away. The
Mhm.
Steelers-Ravens game. Wow. It's weird. I know everybody's going, Sid, you just shut up. Nobody cares about your COVID-19 ideas. But Wednesday after dealing at church, I'm sitting out there and I'm looking. I mean, it's affecting everyone. So I get home and I get a call today. Tell someone happy Thanksgiving. That girl I told you, her father who's got COVID-19, he got it from going to church and trying to help out. And it's like, now again, I'm wearing a mask. I'm 10 feet apart, or maybe farther than that sometime. But still, it's scary.
Yep. I know, like I said, if I have to go out, I just bring a couple those Lysol wipes with me. And then if I have to touch something or sit somewhere, I just give it a quick wipe and I sit down. I'm not, hiding in a basement, but I
Right.
am taking precautions.
Right.
Oh, here Jeremy said Home Alone is his favorite Christmas movie of all time too.
Yeah. Okay. I go for that.
Oh, but Val is saying Die Hard, I'm thinking definitely not a Christmas movie.
Thank you, Val. I'm glad someone agrees with me on that.
Oh, here's Tojo. Sid powerbombed me so high in the air, I thought I was at the pearly gates.
I tell you what, we had some good times, me and Tojo. That's where I used Tojo in some of the matches that I filmed that documentary, 15-minute short, the promotion. Him and his brother were in that. Just a short little clip, but man, what a good time we had doing all that. Then we went down to Tojo's little show there, or not down, up to somewhere like Hell Pass, Illinois, or something really weird, and did a show there one night.
That is so cool. I like the little shows like that.
Oh, I
They're-
do too, man.
They're personal, Andy here says Jingle All the Way with Schwarzenegger is an awesome Christmas film.
Never seen it. I'll take your word for it. Not a big Arnold fan, other than like Conan or the first Predator, and that is about it.
Oh, Val says watching Cowboys versus Washington football game while looking at you guys.
That's a hard game, to watch, knowing that guy broke his leg and football like it is, and but Dallas had to give up, I think, 3.5 points in that game. I don't know which way I would have went on that game. I don't bet on NFL. I can't get an idea for it.
I just watch it and that's it.
It's just everything's so slow without the fans.
Mhm.
Everything's so much slower to watch.
Chris here says Elf is one favorite Christmas movie.
Now, is that with Will Ferrell?
That's with Will Ferrell.
I like Will Ferrell on a few things. Talking to a friend of mine the other day, was telling them what some Christmas movies that were coming on that night on TV, and Elf was one of them, and something else that Will Ferrell did. And she goes, I don't like Will Ferrell, and I have to agree with her. I don't like him that much either.
I find with Will Ferrell, I either love the movie or I hate the movie. There's not really a Will Ferrell movie that is okay to me.
Right.
Let me see here. Craig said Cobra with Sly Stallone is set at Christmas time.
Craig, if I didn't need every one of my listeners, I'd tell you to shut up right now. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's Internet Sid popping out again.
I need every one of these listeners. Sid, shut up. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Christmas Vacation is one of the best Christmas movies. That's from Stefan.
Yeah. Well, that's been on all day too. You're right. It definitely is one of them too, man. One of the good ones. One of the good ones.
Pomo says Santa with Muscles with Hogan is the best Christmas movie ever. I'm not familiar with that one.
Somebody made that up.
They must have.
Really,
Are you making that up?
I think so, man.
Oh, and here's Trisha saying Happy Thanksgiving from Texas.
Hey, Trisha.
Oh, Andy says Schwarzenegger versus Sid. That would have been an epic matchup.
Yeah, that would have been Schwarzenegger.
And here we go. Jeremy says, when I went to Southwest High School in El Centro, California, I went to all the Christmas dances and I had very, very great time. Such good memories. Thanks for sharing that, Jeremy.
Hold on a second. Listen to this, y'all. We got the president of the Sid Vicious podcast. Jeff?
Yeah.
What are you doing? We're on a podcast. You're not listening to us?
I was watching the ball game.
Oh, yeah. Taking some time off, huh? Just my ass. I should have fired him.
I love Jeff.
Yeah, he didn't know what's happening right now.
Let me see here. Oh, here's another good one. Kurt said Reindeer Games is a good Christmas movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Calling him back. Oh, apparently Santa with Muscles was real.
Okay. Oh, he's not going to answer. I got him so good the other day, man. Everybody, this guy's a really good guy. He's probably scared to death when it's alone.
The person you have dialed.
Yep.
He struggles with anxiety and other things. I think he's classified as schizophrenic or something like that. And but he does real well. He before the pandemic, he was able to, he's living with his dad now. His mother passed away, but he was living on his own, getting out and doing things, stuff like that. Really fights hard to be productive and stuff like that. But he does have his, problems, but he does his stuff. I had a chance last summer coming through visiting my uncle to stop by and actually visiting for the first time. Met him and his 90-year-old dad. It's pretty funny, nice people. Anyway, I was bothering him the other day. I was telling Rob the story where he has that little hesitation because he thinks a little bit. Now he's a graduate. He had a degree in political. Political science.
Okay.
And so he went to USC, University of Texas, and Georgia before he graduated. So he'd been to some good schools before this illness took over him. But he's always eating. I mean, and at one time he was a chef in California when he lived out in LA. So he likes to cook a lot. But he's always cooking like hamburger things because I guess he's got a lot of hamburger meat on these things that are delivering. And so, but he has his hamburgers every Sunday night, it's always, and even if he had meatloaf the day before, sweetest meatballs, or whatever. So I'm always worried about his hamburger. Sometimes it takes a week or two, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks to get a good joke on someone. And I'll give you an example on this one here. I had mentioned something to Jeff several times about hamburger. And finally, when the time was right, and Jeff had mentioned to me about, his eating too much hamburger several times. And I had mentioned to him, I said, well, he had said to me one day, he said, Sid, I said, how long you want to live, Jay? He goes, oh, he's 60. And he goes, 70, 75. I went, okay. So he told me that. So a week later, we're talking again about hamburger. And then he goes, I said, so you're eating hamburger again? He goes, yeah. He goes, I said, well, I wouldn't worry about it. You said you didn't really care about eating another, living on it to 70. But remember, he said 75. So I'm shortening it every time I bring it up. So I said, yeah, you don't even want to live till 70. I said, have hamburger for breakfast. I would. And then he says, so he starts hesitating. Right before he answers, his hesitation is a little slower. It's like he's thinking what to say. Then we get back to the third time about hamburger. I go, Jeff, think about it. He's just turned 60. I go, you'll be dead. You'll be dead at 67. Eat what you want.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, yeah, I guess everybody's got an opinion.
He actually talked back to Sid.
He did. He talked back to me, man.
Oh, and Craig's a happy guy. He goes, yes, I just got done by Heel Sid. Bucket list item. Thanks. And yes, that Hogan movie is real.
It probably would be. Only he could do something that stupid.
Like Giacomo says, one of many horrible Hogan movies.
Right, exactly.
David Danger Rawson says, used to love watching Sid beat down some unknown guy late night on Channel 4 in the UK. Been a big fan since then. Scrooged is a great Christmas movie.
Yeah, I like Scrooge.
The Bill Murray, yeah.
I like that. Hey, what about Grinch with
Jim
What's
Carrey.
his name? Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Yes,
That I just thought about. That's the best one so far, Grinch.
absolutely. Oh, there's our buddy Larry. He said, "What did Sid think of the gobbledygooker?" Were you there? Were you in the WWF then?
I don't think so.
I remember that sadly so well. Brought out a giant turkey.
Larry Francis. I know who that jerk is. I just he slides his name in there, but before I know who it is. Oh, Larry, you're trying to get a cheap shot on me, boy.
Oh, and there's Dean again. Hey, Sid, I still have the video you made for Harry in Liverpool last year on my phone. I was showing him again before. It still keeps him in line. Do you remember the video?
No.
Hmm.
I sort of do. Excuse me, I just burped. Is that funny, Rob? No.
No, actually,
No,
I
I
think
sort of
the
do
next
remember
grade.
the video. I sort of do.
And here's the next one. Jeremy said, I also like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. It's another favorite Christmas movie as well.
I think, did you not hear me say, Jeremy, I liked only the first one? You didn't have to waste my video, my internet letter space up there with stupid stuff like that. I know, again, I say, I need every listener. I need smart listeners, people. We're fixing to get to the new year. And I'm going to cut loose some of you scragglers. It's going to be time to get a whole new group of folks listening to the Vicious Circle. So I want you guys to start shaping up, all right? It's tough times out there. We got COVID-19 and we got Internet Sid, okay?
I don't know which is worse.
I think right now, it's just tonight already I've lost 3 people.
Yeah.
Just sign back up if you don't like it.
Yeah, Giacomo said, he said, Larry, good question. Or which was a bigger flop, Gooker or Shockmaster?
I mean, we'd have to say Gooker because I don't know who it is, but the most popular, the most over crazy thing would be Shockmaster.
Yeah, that video still gets played so much, whereas you hardly see the Gooker one.
No, I don't know who Gooker is. Gooker could be Larry Francis's twin brother. But no, the Shockmaster, to give you an example. I was over in England for an autograph signing last year before. I went to with the guy who ran it. We went to a talent show where they did like everybody dressed up as characters and stuff like that. And the person that won it that night was Shockmaster. I mean, all the way on the other side of the world, guys, and that's no joke. That's a true story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Giacomo has got a good question though. Was Sid any more nervous at WrestleMania 13? Main eventing a WrestleMania had to give even a veteran butterflies.
No, honestly, I wasn't. You know, if the first WrestleMania wasn't a big deal, that one couldn't have been either because it was only like 1/10 of the people there. You know, 1/5. So, you know, no, it really wasn't. It was an easy night. Me and Mark were real familiar with each other, so it was no pressure to that.
Yeah. Craig here says, Sid, did you keep any cool stuff from your wrestling days?
Yeah, I got a jack strap. Do you want one?
Giving them out now.
Right, I'm giving away for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thank you for the stupid question. Re-sign up. Just unfriend me, and just re-sign. Whatever. I don't know.
Redo.
Giacomo
says here, Gooker was in November of 1990, and you came to the WWE in August of 91. Yeah, so you weren't even there then.
Wow. No wonder things were so bad. They were shooting angles like Gooker. I'm glad I didn't see that before. I wish I would have seen that. Now I wouldn't have signed.
That's why it was. They didn't show you.
Unsigned. I would have been the first unsigned person in the internet world.
Craig said Tim Allen's film Christmas with the Cranks is one of his favorite.
All right, I like Tim Allen a little bit. I don't know the movie, but I'll go for that.
If I'm thinking of the right one, Jamie Lee Curtis is in that too.
Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty good. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis is good in the movie Halloween as well, but the leaves and all the scenes in the movie Halloween actually still the importance of the movie. They were more important than the rest of the people in the movie. Did you know about that, Rob?
No, I didn't.
I told you about that already.
Yeah.
The leads in the movie Halloween. Remember I told you the deal about that was shot during like the summer. So they only had those like one little bag of leaves, and every time you saw a leaf in the movie Halloween, it was the same leaf.
Move them
Did we not
around.
talk about that?
You did. I was trying to encourage the story.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I think we have the answer to COVID-19.
Oh shit, what is this?
COSID-19.
That's it, man.
Antivirus right there. Oh,
That's
what
it,
would be
dude.
even worse is internet COSID-19.
That's it, right?
We have Mark. Hi, guys, from Montreal. Sid, I was there at the show in 04 when you came back from PCO.
Yeah,
Okay.
with PCO.
Oh, okay, with PCO. Sorry. Was great seeing you back. Have one question here. Sid in the heyday, 96, 97. Who did you prefer wrestling? Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels, and why?
Shawn Michaels. It was just an easier night off. He was it was a real strict deal. I was the heel. He was the baby face. Easy to work with. Again, I've said this a million times. Really unselfish, real giving in the match. But Brett was as good as well. But not as if I had to pick one, it'd be Shawn.
I'm very curious about the people here. Craig said, yes, send a strap and I'll pay post. There we go. Jeremy says the gobbledygooker reminded me of the San Diego chicken mascot, in my opinion. That's what it was. It was a giant guy in a turkey outfit.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, they show these every once in a while. They'll show. I forget where I saw this. They'll show where they had like weird characters like that. Where they had the like the guy had a cow head on or something, a bull head. Couldn't really get couldn't get in the ring even.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the name of that character was. But it was a weird one. I'm just trying to find. There it is. Okay. I will share this with you. Share screen. And share. There is the gobbledygooker coming out of an egg at Survivor Series.
You know what? Now that I see this, I think I do remember this just a little bit.
Yeah. And
I just had a gag reaction. I don't know if anyone heard that little deal. That's what that was. That was a gag reaction to Gobbledygookler.
right.
Who's that in front of the Gobbledygookler?
That's Mean Gene.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
God bless him, man. Is he dead?
He sadly is. Yeah.
It's from being too close to that egg.
That's what I'm thinking. There he is coming out to the crowd. Wait a minute.
I wonder how many more people that egg killed.
Oh, there we go. There's all sorts of pictures of the gobbledygooker with
He's
everybody.
with Trump. It killed his election. Oh my God, this Gobbledygookler has got it's like a curse.
Yes.
Joe Biden, stay away from the Goobly Gobbler.
Right. Oh, there it is. Manitor.
Manitor.
That's
That's what Larry, his dream. And I mean, he says he has this like once a week. That he wakes up and he's Manitor with just the jock strap on. Okay. And he says he has those dreams, and every other night he has a dream that he's fighting a turtle with a jock strap on, and it's in slow motion. And the turtle's trying to get him, and he's like, no, get away from me. And the turtle starts making love to him. And he's going, stop. And it just use your imagination, okay?
sadly, I am. Giacomo said the WWE hyped it up for months. They even implied and inferred that it would be a popular wrestler.
All right. That is a hurting thing, everybody. Let's talk about that. A hurting thing could be a lot of things, something stupid, funny, or sad and happy and all those things. But this is one of those things we talk about sometimes where they have this great idea for something, then they bring it out and have this big build up to it, and then didn't even have an idea where they're going to go after the first night after presenting something like this. And this happens all the time, and those are called bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And those are hurting things because it hurts everyone around them. And now that's one of those hurting things. We're not going to wake up and go, wow, it's like an old girlfriend. Yeah, I lost her, but I got that memory of kissing her and holding hands at the lake and blah, blah, blah. But this, you don't have a good memory. Okay. So this is a bad hurting thing.
Well, here's a good one then. Who was the stupidest character during your time with the WWF? You know what? I'm going to open that question. In any place that you worked, what was the stupidest gimmick you ever saw?
I think this gobbler thing. The most recent is that Yakamura. That's as bad as it gets for someone that without a gimmick. To me, that's as bad as it gets. Okay, from what we thought we were going to get from this guy, it's 1,000,000 times worse than what we thought we were going to get from the Caribbean Express, where it was Doug Furnace and Phil LaFonce. I mean, even myself got worked up over this. You know, I'm going to my car every night. Me and my buddies, whoever it was, Ron Harris, blah blah blah, and they're like, "Hey, you heard these guys coming in?" Blah blah blah. Who are these guys coming in? You know, this is beginning of the internet, right? I'm going, oh my God! And I knew Doug, and he's a good guy, but it was nothing like they were making it out to be. But no, I say recently, well, to me, one of the most biggest hurting things is that Yakamura. But from the past, man, so many one night deals. I didn't see much of it, but the Oz had to sound as about as goofy as any of them. You got monkey shitting all over the place, stuff like that. Shockmasters. You got to put it up there because it's just the most popular one of all these hurting thing that happens like this. If they don't know where to go after that, and even with the Shockmaster, if he would have not fell that night, he would have been a cult deal. He would have just been thought of as a bad idea. They didn't know where they were going after that either. From there. But we see that in the business all the time. Speaking of that, the business, did anyone watch AEW Wednesday night? I watched a little bit of it, and I thought it was one of their best shows they've had in the last few weeks.
I can't watch it up here. All I can watch is the Dark show.
Right. But no, they everything was a little bit better. The match was a little bit better. The one thing where the week before where they were doing the contract signing with Kenny Omega and Moxley guy, was real flat, and they didn't really do anything special for this thing this week to cover, follow up with that. But what happened where he jumped Kenny Omega, did the big deal in the ring. For something as simple as that was, it was a really effective tool. Nice. It really worked for me. The interview was really good. Moxley did. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the belt on Kenny Omega. I've said I think they should wait till they get live people. We don't know when that'll be. Unless they're saying the place is going to close down if we don't get ratings, and you hear people saying those kind of things. Ratings aren't going to help you when you go to get again. We're not probably going to go live events probably until next year, sometime middle year. We're fixing to see a spike in these cases. It's going to get harder to do stuff like that. But so you got to go on with the show, and I understand that. But that was a real build up. It was a good little small simple segment. Not a lot put into it, but everything that was put into it was very effective.
See, even Nathan said they don't get AEW in Australia.
Right. Well, it's probably good. It'll just won't kill the business as fast. Just joking. But no, I think places overseas is different than the markets here in the U.S., of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. AEW has been the most enjoyable recently, but I find it hard to watch without the crowds. Just not the same.
No, you're right. Without the crowds, it's really affecting AEW the most.
Yeah.
But last night, again, had picked things up a little bit. Watched the WWE a little bit. I'm not kidding you. Just seemed like every time I turn over with the girls, and it's not anything against the girls, but I don't know. It's just something not there. Last time I saw, last guy I saw in there has been several weeks ago, that fat guy. This is just, it's not funny anymore. A fat guy doing the worm. Now, something like this kind of show, I think helps him because he's never going to sell too many tickets as far as, he's never going to be main event. He's not going to mean anything. But having that background that goes with his little act, it actually enhances him a little bit. So those people sort of look okay on there. But some of those matches I watch on there, I don't know who they all are. And I don't know who they are on AEW as well. But it's just, I don't know. It's just something's not there.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question from John. Were you happy turning heel from Justice to Psycho Sid, or would you have preferred a little bit longer running as a face?
You know, doesn't matter either way. What I was either babyface or heel. Those weren't the things important. Was just at that time when we were doing the name changing. Sid Justice, I never did really care for. I didn't really care signing the autograph, and that's just being honest. It was a stupid name, a stupid idea, almost as stupid as Shockmaster. There we go. What's as stupid as some of these ideas? Sid Justice, and that really was. Put a guy who wore black his whole life and try to put pink on him. That was pretty stupid. But again, no, I didn't care about the turns. It was what was going on during what name I had and how I was or not being effective in the business.
Gotcha. Val just mentioned here, Sid, you are in rare form tonight.
Thank you, Val.
Yes. I just saw one. Where did it go? Here we go. Giacomo said, Sid calling Mean Gene a bald-headed little oaf was classic. I rewound that several times, hundreds in total probability. All those times I rented WrestleMania 8 from Blockbuster.
Wow. Way to go, Giacomo.
Actually, here's two more of those crazy characters. Craig talks about the Yeti, and I vaguely remember that character. And he also said the Ding Dongs.
Oh, the Ding Dongs. I'm trying to, yeah, those were pretty good guys, however, the Ding Dongs. They were pretty nice guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, if I remember them correctly.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
That was Jim Herd's deal, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Now memory's coming back to me. That was Jim Herd's creation.
Here they are. A bright pinkish orange tag team.
Mm-hmm. That was Jim Herd's idea.
I gotta be honest, I do not remember them at all.
I do now that someone brought it up. Again, when I think of a nice guy in a position like that, I don't think of the idea as bad. Now, Fred, who's in the Shockmaster, was as nice as the guys you could ever meet,
Let me see here. Jacob says, did you wrestle against The Undertaker in the WWF? Yeah.
Yeah, like once.
That was at a WrestleMania too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that one time.
Do you think the WWE should have given The Undertaker a better send-off?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Larry, who knows very little about this damn business we call wrestling, we were talking about that one day. I thought, honestly, 7-8 years ago, and if you would ask me this, I'm saying that I thought one of those matches, even way before Brock Lesnar, that was his last match. I thought him and Hunter's match was the last match. I don't know. I just thought all these matches were the last match. And what they've done there, this is the WWE, they have a really good way of just messing something up. But this is, and I'm not giving anybody an easy out here, but times are different, Yeah. You sort of got to do what you got to do right now.
Mm-hmm. What do we have here? Gabriel Ruiz Salvador says, hey, Sid, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Gabriel Ruiz Salvador.
Here we go. Anthony Viceroy Sr. said, my nickname is because of you. I'm Vic Vicious. You are always my favorite.
Okay, Anthony. I'm sorry. I just hate sappy shit like that sometimes. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
No.
Re-sign up, Anthony.
That's right. Do
Reuse Salvador. Could you add one more name to that, dude? I don't know.
Right. That's Giacomo says, does Sid think Hogan got a bad rap for lying about steroid use on Arsenio Hall's show?
No, you don't get a bad rap for lying. You get praised for lying. No, honestly, I don't know. It was weird that he was, hey kids, take your vitamins, and he was just gassing to the gills He's probably gassing right now. Just joking. Um, nobody wishes him, wishes bad stuff on Hogan. But no, nobody wishes anything on a man who cries like a baby. No, just kidding. But no, I don't think it hurt anyone, guys. Honestly, this business it didn't hurt. I don't think, no, it didn't hurt him, period. It just, the business is that everybody did steroids for the most part. People that weren't even working out were doing steroids, which was stupid. People that even weren't Coke users was doing Coke, like that. Told everybody about that trip. Everybody took acid that I watched everybody take. But again, no, it would have made any difference.
And again,
I'll give you, listen, I'll get a good quote. Jake Roberts. I'm going to steal this from Jake Roberts. He did an interview one time. He talked about steroids. He goes, do steroids, always take the shortcuts.
Coming from Jake.
That was Jake.
And here's a good example of why I know I love our fans out there. Jacob asks, did you wrestle against Bret the Hitman Hart for the title? And Giacomo says, yes, Jacob, and in your house 96 in December.
Right.
Bang. There's your answer, Jacob. It comes
I think that was Miami, Florida.
I gotta be honest, I don't know. You would know more than I because you remember the cities.
Yeah, I think it was Miami, Florida. With Bret, it was against Bret Hart.
Yep. Craig here says, I wish I didn't remember Jim Herd, the pizza guy, even though he sent Flair back into the WWF.
But this is the thing is, that wasn't a bad decision. I don't know the whole idea. Now, I know they weren't offering Flair a great deal. They were offering him at least a guaranteed deal. He was at the end of his run. Take what you can get right there. It was okay that he went to WWF, found out how hard it was, living just on that name, Ric Flair. It's a tough deal to do when you're getting paid by just what you're drawing, where you are on the card. He was way down the card a lot of times. So, no, that's just part of the business, man.
Craig kind of nailed it here. He goes, for $2 million a year, Taker will have a last match every year.
There you go.
Where'd it go? Jeremy says here, I love when you called Hulk Hogan a fat pig during your appearance on Brutus Beefcake's barbershop segment. And I also saw you destroying that set. That was 100% pure badass.
Appreciate it, Jeremy.
Let me see. Andy says, I get the feeling Sid isn't a Hogan fan. Just a hunch. I don't know.
No, I love Hogan. I like fat guys who are bald and stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. Hogan resign. I'm sorry. Right. Hogan resigned tonight.
Danilo says, stupid Jim Herd. He tried to change Ric Flair into Spartacus, had him cut his hair and asked him to wear an earring.
Well, it's stupid on that right there. Then it's stupid as someone who says, look, you got a body of like a 70-year-old fat drunk, and we want you to be Spartacus. That just doesn't go together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, droopy tits, breast. He's already getting age spots at that time. Where he's using porcelana, that cream for age spots. And then I remember a guy making fun of me one night in the dressing room for doing that, using the age spot cream stuff. And I said, it's just lotion, man. Back off a little bit. One of the Beverly brothers, he was a real smart ass, was giving Rick a bad time one time, putting age spot lotion on.
Okay, Nathan here. Personal question, and I'm expecting to be told to fuck off. But did you ever take steroids or all natural? We've talked about this on the podcast.
Right. 100% natural, other than like that one little bit. No, now, honestly, guys, I've done steroids pretty much my, length of my career. I did do what I could do to make it as safe as I could, and that was go to a doctor. Even when times it was hard to find doctors to do that. Not saying I didn't ever score a little something on the side, but the last 10, 12 years in the wrestling business, it was pretty available through doctors and with these rejuvenation clinics, so not that it makes it okay, but I was trying to watch what I was doing. But there were times when the WWF, when we were being tested and we weren't using steroids. And I don't know if people want to look back on it. That's my first year as Psycho Sid. We weren't able to use steroids. So that's, if somebody wants to take a comparison and look back and go, this is what like they look like, and then say go before that or after that. Excuse me again. I was thinking about Ric Flair. I'm about to throw up. I don't know why. So his breast. Something about those breasts. Anyway. But no, look back at those pictures, and not you could look at one of Ric Flair's pictures to tell you just about him. He just always looked like he didn't do steroids. But he did, just he drank all the time. But enough about Ric Flair.
Oh, I think you brought up Ric Flair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here's Vic Vicious. Remember he was talking? He goes, I'm retired Navy and my name is Vic. So my military buddies call me Vic Vicious. I'm in Ohio. Will you ever do an appearance here?
Only if they clear out and clean up the Ohio River.
There we go. Now you've got a goal, Vic.
There you got to go. Clean out the Ohio River of all plastic, bags, and bottle tops and bottles. And bullfrogs only in season. Flathead catfish, and only the months there are ours.
There's a bullfrog season?
Of course.
Of course. He also asks, what were your thoughts during the infamous Shockmaster intro?
I've said it 1,000 times on the show. I was there. I called it, just like I called everything on this show, from football to baseball, basketball, presidential elections. What have I not called? I called this that night, hours, almost a half a day before it happened. I said, take the board, pull it up, carve it out. Don't worry about it, Sid. You don't know what you're talking about. As we're walking down, boom, he falls. And I said, hey, I told y'all, and just laughed myself all the way to the ring. Because I called it.
You can hear it plain as day in that video. You can hear you say that. Craig here, he says, Sid, you're hilarious today.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, okay. Here's an interesting question then. Can you ask Sid what the truth is about steroids and roid rage and all that stuff?
You know, I can't say they ever gave me roid rage. I think we'd be stupid to say that they didn't, give you a little bit of an aggression. But dude, when you're walking around 3 hours of sleep a day, I don't think you're ever thinking about aggression. I think you're just worried about enough energy to move forward sometime, in the wrestling business. So, but no, I really never noticed it. This is the thing is, you hear roid rage. I have experienced this and seen this through more people than what roids did to people. And this was diet. When people diet themselves way down before a contest, and when people on the road dieting to keep themselves fit, that's probably more. It's probably as much as cost for some of those, bursts, people to do that. I know for me, diet wasn't. When I really, really dieted hard, my memory would go just a little bit when you get really lean. But no, and then I just refused to let something like that make me more angry or make me more sad or make me more happy than it's supposed to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let steroids or lack of eating enough or lack of sleep cause me, I'm going to do without roid rage, I just did it, I just showed everybody that.
See?
There's my roid rage for tonight.
Oh, and here's Larry.
Oh, shit, man.
Was there any talk of Sid ending the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak? I don't think it was a thing then, was it?
I don't even know. No one was talking about it. He didn't make a lot of WrestleManias. That might have been one of his first ones. Not main events.
Okay, Craig's got a really good question then. Was Scott Steiner just insane, or was that roid rage?
That was roid rage. You're right, guys. There is roid rage. Now, I think Scott walked around like that all the time, just to act like that, because there was no sense in that. But no, I think that was all put on. It was, because he didn't act like that with everyone, just a few people,
Well, and that's the thing people have to remember too, is everything they're seeing on TV, 90% of it is the gimmick.
Right.
Even the backstage stuff.
Right, exactly.
So, here, Danilo's got it. He said Rick was around 50 at the time of Herd. He's very vocal with his negative comments towards you. Okay, but I wish two of the greatest of all time can bury whatever hatchet there is and get along.
I would like to too. Bury it right in his back of his fucking head. Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. Sign back up. I'm sorry.
Internet Sid.
No, I really don't have anything against Ric Flair. I know he says a lot of things about me, and I'm really saying this tonight just as fun. And I mean that honestly. Rob knows me as well as anyone, and I'm speaking honestly for the moment right here. A lot of this is put on everyone. I have nothing against Ric Flair, only the most respect for him, what he's did, what he's done. He really did pave the road for everyone. After him, he was part of that group of people that did things like that for everyone. So now there was always that little jealousy thing there. I didn't see it until after years after it was around. So but it's no hatred for me to him. I've always said when I first met him, I thought this guy should have, but doesn't for whatever reason. Should be like the guy that should bring this business to the next step. I mean, get all the workers and make them the next Ric Flairs. But he wasn't able to do that for whatever reason. Now, we won't go into that because that'll sound like I'm a hater again. But he really did a lot of things. So I don't hate Ric Flair at all. But he was overrated.
Oh, Steve just put this in here, and I'm very curious. He said the Dallas Cowboys ruined my Thanksgiving.
They lost.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I thought they would.
Jacob has a question. How many matches did you wrestle as the Skyscrapers?
Man, hundreds. Seem like there's a lot of them.
There is. You can go to YouTube. They're all, well, not all of them, but there's a ton there.
Yeah.
Here, let's get one more in from Giacomo. How approachable and receptive was Vince McMahon if you had a good idea for being creative?
You know what? Be honest with you. Of all the creative ideas and things I did in the business, I never did any with Vince. Didn't seem like the guy that was, think he needed ideas. So just didn't have anything like that. He was
I think we're losing you again, Sid. It's gone all digital again. Do you want to pop back out and pop back in? We're having a rough night with computers, but like you said, everybody and their brother is on the internet tonight, so it's not surprising. Yeah, all your dialogue is coming across. Sounds like R2-D2 almost. Okay, he will be coming right back. Can you watch? He'll just jump right in the studio. This is the quiet time. This is where we reflect upon everything we've learned this evening and think. And I'm just stalling for time. That's literally all I'm doing. Oh, they got blown out, did they, Steve? I just saw you posted that 41-16. Holy smokes. Yep, that's it. It's live, pal. That is exactly it. I'm wondering if he's having trouble getting back in because of the internet. I think he might be. Okay. I don't see him coming back. Oh, Vic, that's a great question. If he does not come back on, please bring that up on Sunday. And here, we'll give him just a quick call. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't think he's coming back on, guys. I apologize that we're ending it like this. I prefer to have Sid on the show when we end it. But okay. Oh, wait. There you are.
I can't believe I just did that.
What happened?
I don't know. Everything went dead. I had to start all over.
Oh, no way.
I actually got out of the rabbit hole. So this was a great Thanksgiving for me, everyone. I had a funny podcast. I was funny tonight. I made myself laugh. I unsigned and re-signed some people tonight, hopefully. Hopefully we don't have as many re-signs or unsigns. Whatever. Anyway, we'll get that figured out on the electric letters. But I made it back.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Even Craig said, my Wi-Fi went out for 12 hours last night. I almost died. It's just so important.
Wow.
Vic had a really cool question. Where did it go? 1 second. I think here it is. Who wins in their prime in a four-way street fight? Sid, Goldberg, Tank Abbott, and Scott Steiner.
I just threw up thinking about the three of those other guys. See, it's not just Rick. It's just not Ric Flair. It's Scott Steiner, Goldberg. Tank Abbott. It must be Scott Steiner I'm throwing up. The other two guys are pretty good. Probably in a real fight, Tank Abbott would probably beat us all up. Honestly, I don't like fighting. Super nice guy. Saw him at an autograph signing in Winston-Salem this past year. He was with his wife in California. But still, probably a paid killer, would be the answer to that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Andy here says it's 1:17 in the morning there. Time for bed. Take it easy, guys, and thanks for answering my questions.
Andy, if you hang up right now, you can unsign. Nobody hangs up on me right before I come back out of a rabbit hole.
All right, we got one more good question. Here's from Antonio. Glad you're doing well, Sid. Besides Harlem Heat, are there any other guys you brought into the business?
Bunch of guys. Harvey Whippleman, Big Bully Busick, which was a dud, but had a great potential. A lot of guys, but those were some of the main ones.
That is awesome. Well, Sid, I hope you have the rest of your Thanksgiving awesome, except it looks like the Cowboys lost. Oh, where was it? He did put a score. There it is. They got blown out 41-16.
Wow. It was like 20-16 when I was watching a while ago.
Apparently,
wow. That's why Jeff Arthur called and hung up on me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Arthur. Sorry, Jeff. We're sorry.
But yeah.
If anyone hasn't noticed, also, I still hadn't got a haircut.
About that. Yes.
Yeah, I still hadn't got a haircut. If anybody wants to make fun of my hair, this is the time to do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to insult. I'm opening myself up to insult with you people, just to get a couple extra. A couple extra viewers. Just a couple extra viewers. Call your mother today and say, "We need to listen to this podcast." You're not going to understand it. The guy talking on there doesn't understand himself. But every once in a while, we get a laugh, okay?
And we can insult his hair.
Right, insult my hair.
There we go. All righty, Sid. Well, thank you so much for being on here tonight.
Thank you, Rob. And thank you, people, for coming up and asking these important questions. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
You had a song to suggest.
Right. Go back to where we were talking about last week. This time of year, Thanksgiving makes me think about when I was a kid. We all think about it when we were a kid. Well, stay in the same frame. I heard a song today when I was running over to Memphis to take that plate of food to that lady. It was Jim Croce song. It was Operator, I think it's called. It was Operator, please find that number. And then there's one I heard today. I caught the last couple songs. One was Johnny Cash, one was Chris Christopherson, and it was Thanks, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now the one I heard was just an instrumental of just him and the guitar. I actually got to see him do it live here at the Johnny Cash Music Festival a couple years ago. Same thing, just him and the guitar. If you don't know about Chris Christopherson, he was not a great singer. And listen to this song. It's not going to be a great song to listen to. The lyrics are unbelievable, though. He wrote songs for like Janis Joplin, Johnny Cash, just a lot more other people like that. But again, just a good songwriter. So listen to that song. It had to do with the thing with thanks today. and we'll talk about it. We're going to do another show Sunday as well. So, but listen to that and Jim Croce, and then we're going to move to another era. Jim Croce, I'm going to throw in another one right there. Everybody's going to laugh at this. Elton John, Crocodile Rock. When I think of those songs, I remember what I was doing when that song was in my brain, or when I was laying in bed listening to that every night, again, walking down, just again, if that song meant anything to you, that's not a song that ever, or neither Jim Croce, but it's not like Lucinda Williams or these other ones I'm suggesting. This is just a little something different, someone just to pick up on. And you probably already got it in your head, so you wouldn't even have to listen to it.
And you can't listen to that song without tapping your foot.
I know, exactly.
Yes. All righty. Well, if you want to wrap us up.
Let's go, Rob. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there tonight. Listen to the Vicious Circle. The ones that unsign, resign, okay? I need you.
Right. You've been listening to the Vicious Circle podcast. Your host, Sid Udi. Co-host, Rob Bellamy. Additional research by Pete Marsh. The Vicious Circle podcast is produced by Two Cousin Road Trip Productions, a division of JX3 Media Productions. The intro music is Unleash the Giants by Cemetery Spawn, and the outro music is Digging Space by Mike Treblecock.